Hey, what's happening, good people? I am Jay Hollingshed, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker, thanking you for tuning in for another episode of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. And I want to acknowledge, tuning in already. My front row people are already tuning in. My brother AJ, Arthur Hollingshed, I appreciate you. All my 9 o'clock people, I'm acknowledging everybody that tunes in right on time at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So thank you for that. Today is episode 206 of 365. Today is Tuesday, day 3 of the week. We will be discussing pillar number 3 of 7. That pillar is focus and concentration. Focus and concentration. For those that are watching this on repeat, thank you so much. I appreciate you for watching. And you can catch this episode in its entirety on my YouTube page. It's there for your liking and viewing pleasure. So please share, like, tag, the whole 9. Be a blessing. Bless somebody else with it. I also want to give a shout out to Curtis Odom. What's up, Lieutenant Curtis Odom watching. Omega Psi Phi in the house. Also my aunt, Gina Cecily. Love you, aunt. I appreciate you. All right, let's get right into it. We're not going to hold any more time. Now, we're talking about focus and concentration. Now, I want to talk to you today about a childlike focus. A childlike focus. Many of us, we know of kids. We have nieces and nephews if we don't have our own kids or our own children. And if that's not fathomable, we have always been children ourselves, so we can think back to the things we did that we look back and say, man, that might have been kind of crazy. But the way children think, they have no fear whatsoever, absolutely none, no fear of consequences. They have no fear of other people's opinions or other people's reactions to what they are doing, to what they will do. And that's the way they think. They are fueled purely on energy, and they're focused solely on the end result. The end result of what's in their mind, their imagination, their dream, their intended purpose. That's what they are focused on at that time. And they are truly living in the moment, fully immersed in the moment. All 5 senses, boom, gone in, zoned in. Now, this childlike faith, children believe anything is possible. They believe anything is possible. In fact, between the ages of 3 and 10, we need to keep a close eye on our children because they might break themselves, literally break themselves. I've seen kids try to do backflips off of a porch. Homes in the South, the big houses in the South, the old houses have a porch that's high. It may be like 6 or 7 feet. And I've seen kids just say, okay, I want to try it. And they will try it. They will just leap off of it. No practice. Only time they saw it done was in their minds. And that's what they focus on. That's what they concentrate on. They see it and they do it with no fear. Now, speaking of backflips, this is so crazy because I've witnessed this before. It's been several years ago, but I've witnessed this one kid. I know for a fact, I've been knowing this kid all of his life. He was no more than 5 years old. So I know he had no formal gymnastics training, nobody just professionally stretching him or teaching him how to do a backflip. So here he is. We're back home and we're on Beale Street. And on Beale Street in Memphis, Tennessee, you have guys out there that would do backflips and they would just keep rolling with backflips, flip after flip after flip consecutively all the way down the entire street. They would do that. So he saw this, right? They were showing this on TV. So he saw this on TV and he wanted to do it. He went outside and I promise you, he went out there and mimicked what he saw. He said, oh, I can do that. But think about what he said. I can do that. He didn't say, I wonder if I can do that. He didn't say, I'm scared to do that. He didn't say, I don't know about doing that. With extreme excitement and enthusiasm and energy, he saw it on TV and said, oh, I can do that. And he went outside and just started doing it. He did one. And I was like, whoa. He went outside and did two. I was like, okay, wait a minute. What's going on? And so he didn't do any more than that. So he kind of practiced doing that for that day. That's all he did. But he was practicing doing this over and over. I ended up talking to his mom and asked his mom, I said, has he had any formal training or anything like that? I don't think he has, but what made him start doing that? She was like, I don't know. He just saw it, wanted to do it, and just up and started doing it. That's what I'm talking about. The childlike focus. Zoned in, focused on it 100%, completely in. Knowing that nothing else can stop him. No distractions. All five senses honed into doing a backflip. All five senses studying what happened at that time that he saw it happen. And just mimicked it in his mind, put the vision in his head. Next thing you know, boom, he did it. Based on what he saw in his mind. He saw somebody else do it. Then he saw himself do it. But he didn't see himself stutter. He didn't see himself hesitate. He saw himself doing it successfully, and he went on and did it. It reminds me of something else that happened today. I was in the supermarket today doing some grocery shopping, and I'm walking by. This lady has about 3 or 4 kids, and they are quite adorable and funny. This one kid, they had like these costumes, not fully dressed in costumes, but you can tell they were loving their superhero outfits or whatever. So this one kid, Spider-Man, right? So I walked by and I got too close to him. When I got close enough to him, he just threw his wrist out. He said, I got you. He was shooting webs at me. I couldn't help but laugh. I said, this kid is all in. He is Spider-Man. And the energy he put out from his focus and concentration, and he just knew he was Spider-Man. You couldn't tell him that he wasn't. So he's shooting webs at me. I get silly with him. I go around and hide on the other side of the aisle. And so I turn around the corner, shooting webs back at him. Now, here it is. This child is so focused and has concentration and focus, is so intent on being Spider-Man and what Spider-Man does that in his mind, he became Spider-Man. It was his idea, his dream, his imagination. From doing that, he created a world surrounding what was in his mind. And if you're not careful, you get too close to that world, that radius of a world, and I got too close into his world. So, or in his etheric space, as I explained the other day in my other video. I got too close into his world, and he defended his world. Why? Because that's what he saw in his mind. That's what he focused on. That's what he concentrated on. He had no fear. I mean, here I am, a total stranger and a grown man. He had no fear of the consequences of what could happen with him shooting webs at me. He had no fear of anybody's opinion. He didn't care what people thought. He didn't care who was looking at him, if they were laughing at him. He did what he wanted to do from being focused and truly concentrating on what his end goal was, what the end game was. Now, here we are as adults. As we get older, the older we get, we exchange our childlike imaginations. We trade those in for fear. We accept fears. We take on the fears of society. We take on the fears of other people. Every time somebody says, no, don't do that, they are instilling a fear into us. So why shouldn't we do it? They're scared of doing it because they're scared of it from their own experience. That's not my experience. Don't put your fears on me. So in that place, we shouldn't accept someone else's fears. Their fear is from their experience. So we take on their fear that holds us back from living our full potential. The things we want to do, the plans we have. Not just that, but the purpose we have. What is our purpose for being here on earth? We have a purpose. That child in the supermarket, at that point in time, he was fully immersed in the moment, present in the moment, awareness and mindfulness all on Spider-Man. I got too close to that child. He started shooting webs at me in the supermarket. Boom. fully immersed in the moment. Spider-Man to a T. You couldn't train that child to do that if you tried. So what about us? How much of our childlike faith have we given up in exchange for other fears? And those fears affect our focus. Those fears have got put up a wall in place of our concentration, and we can't concentrate because we're scared of what someone else would think. We can't concentrate because we're scared of what someone else would say, what someone else would do. That's holding us back from living our full potential. So, in a nutshell, we need to pick up our childlike faith. The next time you're around a child or you see children playing, just sit and watch. Observe. No fear. They do what's in their heart and do what's on their mind. They express themselves fully and they get results. Because this kid was shooting webs at me. You know the results he got? I started playing with him, a total stranger, a kid. I hid on the other side of the aisle and started shooting webs back at him. So it was the kid got the results. So what results are you not getting from the fears you've accepted in place of your childlike imagination? Regain your focus. Regain your concentration. The kind you had when you were a child, scared of nothing, fearless. You have to be fearless in order to get results in this world. Life is for the bold. So that's my message for today. In my episode 206 of 365, this is pillar number 3, focus and concentration, on today, which is Tuesday, today's message. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and recap your day. Every time we do a performance, each day is full of performances. Every performance will lead to an effort or an excuse. Which one did you do today? Did you make more effort than excuses, or more excuses than effort? Think about that. Recap your day, make it better tomorrow. That's all that I have. I'm Jay Hollingshed, your personal high-performance mindset coach and public speaker. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.